This kind of morning costs about $32. The villa is $400 a month, the breakfast was $2, the view is permanent, and the person sitting in that chair does not earn more than you. They just stopped assuming that a life like this required the salary they did not have. Right now, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in a major Western city is somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000 a month. In the 10 countries we are about to walk through, that same $1,000 does not just cover rent. It covers rent, food, transportation, utilities, entertainment, and still leaves change. This is not about being poor in a cheap place. This is about being rich in a place that decided not to inflate its cost of living to match a country you are not in anymore. The people living this way are not trust fund nomads. They are teachers, writers, designers, and retirees who realized that the country they were born in is not the only country they are allowed to live in. Geography is not destiny. It is a default setting, and defaults can be changed. Number 10 is Indonesia, the fourth most populated country on Earth, and one of the cheapest places to actually live in. The average cost of living here sits below $500 a month, which means $1,000 is not survival, it is comfort. Living in Jakarta costs 60% less than in New York or London, 50% less than Melbourne or Singapore. A simple meal, under $2. Monthly groceries, under $50. A one-bedroom apartment in the city, under $300. And a day at a beach in Bali that rivals anything Hawaii offers reached for almost nothing because the transport infrastructure is that affordable. Number 10, and already the math is difficult to argue with. Number 9 is Bolivia, a landlocked country in western central South America, and one of the most quietly affordable on this entire list. A typical meal costs $2. A family-sized restaurant platter with a salad bar, $12. A local bottle of wine to go with it, $3. Taxi rides start at 75 cents. A one-way bus ticket across the city, 27 cents. A one-bedroom apartment on the better side of town with all amenities and cable for under $300. A three-bedroom condo in an upscale neighborhood, $600 to $800. Bolivia is not undiscovered because it has nothing to offer. It is undiscovered because the people already living there have not needed to advertise. Number 8 is Nepal, a country where the average comfortable life costs just above $500 a month, which means $1,000 is not a budget, it is near luxury. A meal costs $2. A high-end restaurant, $5. A month of groceries, under $50. A taxi ride of 5 to 10 kilometers, 34 cents. A full-day car rental, $1. An apartment on the better side of any Nepali city, $140 a month. A private doctor's consultation, $40. Add utilities, housekeeping, and leisure, and you still land under $1,000. Nepal is one of the few countries on Earth where $1,000 a month is not a lifestyle compromise. It is a lifestyle upgrade. Number 7 is Vietnam, a country with beautiful beaches, rivers, and cities that still feels remarkably like an undiscovered gem. In Ho Chi Minh City, the most expensive city in the country, the average monthly cost of a full, comfortable life is $865. That breakdown looks like this. $300 on fine local and international dining, $60 on transportation for the entire month, $400 on a Western-style one-bedroom apartment, $70 on utilities, $35 on everything else, $865 for a full, well-fed, well-housed life in one of the most dynamic cities in Southeast Asia. And that is the expensive version. A parking space in New York City rents for $450 a month. A furnished one-bedroom apartment in Vietnam rents for $400. Same budget. One of those is somewhere to put your car. The other is somewhere to put your life. Stop for a moment. Because before we get to the top 6, I want to be honest about something. Every number you have heard in this video is real. These are not cherry-picked exceptions or promotional estimates. They are documented, cross-referenced costs from people who actually live in these countries. The reason most people watching this will not act on it is not that it is impossible, nor is it because it is impractical. It is because the life they have right now feels safer than the life they have not tried yet. But safe and cheap are not the same thing. Staying where you are has a price too. It just gets deducted quietly every single month for the rest of your working life. Number 6 is Argentina, the second largest country in South America, where the cost of living runs 50 to 60% below that of the United States. A restaurant set lunch or dinner starter, main, and beverage, $8. Argentine market groceries for the week, under $20. A taxi for a mile, under $1. A local bus across the city, 25 to 50 cents. And while a 3-bedroom apartment in a U.S. city center might run $6,000 a month. The equivalent in Buenos Aires is under $400, 15 times cheaper, same standard, different address. Argentina is not affordable because it has compromised on quality. It is affordable because the exchange rate has made it one of the most extraordinary value destinations on Earth. Number 5 is Peru, a mega-diverse country where the average cost of living sits just above $500 a month, and $1,000 is not a ceiling, it is a comfortable surplus. A 1-bedroom apartment in the center of any Peruvian city, $360. A 3-bedroom apartment in the city center, under $700. A restaurant meal, $3. A 3-course restaurant dinner, $10. Monthly groceries, under $50. A public transport ride anywhere, 38 cents. Monthly transport pass, $15. Monthly utilities, $56. After all of that, on a $1,000 budget, you still have money left. Peru does not ask you to choose between comfort and affordability. It simply offers you both. Number 4 is Mexico, the first choice for American retirees looking for a cheaper life, and for good reason. The average monthly cost of living comes in under $745. A good quality apartment, around $375 a month. A full month of food, including authentic Mexican cuisine at its best, for under $300. Monthly transportation, $20. Mexico is big, beautiful, and easier to move to than most countries on this list. The infrastructure is familiar. The food is world-class. The climate is dependable. And the border is close enough that going back, if you ever wanted to, is a short flight away. Most people who move there never need to find out. $243,000. That is the rent difference alone, over 10 years between staying and moving. Not including food, not including transport, not including utilities, just rent. That number does not disappear if you stay. It just gets spent on a place you do not own, in a city that keeps raising prices. Number 3 is Malaysia, a country so affordable and so livable that its government actively encourages foreigners to retire there. The average monthly cost of living, excluding rent, is just under $500. A 1-bedroom apartment between $300 and $500, monthly health care under $30, monthly transport under $50. Malaysia is consistently rated one of the best countries in the world for expats, for students, and for retirees, not because it is cheap in the way that implies sacrifice, but because it is cheap in the way that implies you are getting far more than you paid for. World-class food, a modern capital, warm weather, and a cost of living that makes $1,000 feel like wealth. Number 2 is Costa Rica, a country covered in rainforest and bordered by beaches on 2 coasts, where the average cost of living for a full, comfortable life is right at $1,000 a month. Real estate here is 64% cheaper than in the United States. A furnished 2-bedroom apartment, $400 a month. Monthly utilities, $50. Monthly groceries are up to 50% cheaper than in the US, around $200. Monthly transport without a car, $40. Costa Rica is not a place people move to because they cannot afford anywhere else. It is a place people move to because they did the math, and the math told them they could live better here than anywhere they had been before. Number 1 is Cambodia. The Kingdom of Cambodia, and specifically its capital, Phnom Penh, is the most affordable full-life destination on this entire list. The average monthly cost of living is $800. A comfortable apartment in Phnom Penh, $300 a month. Cambodia's economy is built significantly around tourism and international residents, which means the country is structured to welcome foreigners and make their lives functional and pleasant. Food may be your highest daily cost. A decent meal can reach $11, but transport makes up for it, with some of the lowest costs on the list. $800 a month in a capital city with a river view if you want one. Number 1, because after everything this list has offered, Cambodia still finds a way to go further. At some point, the math becomes undeniable. You are not staying where you are because it is better. You are staying because it is familiar. Familiar has been getting more expensive every single year, while every country on this list has been waiting unchanged for you to notice. 10 countries. 10 different versions of the same truth. The life most people are working toward in the country they are in is already fully available right now in a country they have not yet considered. Number 10 through number 1, Indonesia, Bolivia, Nepal, Vietnam, Argentina, Peru, Mexico, Malaysia, Costa Rica, Cambodia. Every single one of them will let you live on $1,000 a month in a way that most Western cities will not let you live on $3. The villa is real. The breakfast was $2. The view is permanent. The only question left is the one you were asking yourself at the very beginning. What exactly is stopping you?